and talk about something different in Korea while watching a video from various parts of the country filmed by Alex. I thought you were going to do with me this week.
With
me. You said you wanted to do it last week.
I do.
I was going to give you an opportunity. It's too late now. Can't go back and re-record that. Okay?
You know, they always say the one thing is you regret in life so many things.
The
things that you didn't do.
Exactly.
And I'm going to remember this date.
I think
August
you won't be able
15th,
to sleep for weeks.
2019.
It is indeed a day off today, Alex.
It is.
Any plans? Are you working for the rest of the day, or you got the full day off today? As a YouTuber, I guess you're never completely off work.
It is interesting because while you're taking the day off work,
yeah,
you know, it's you find opportunities to do YouTube stuff, like you're saying, and it's work and it's fun, and it kind of depends. So if you're editing, it's work.
Yeah, 100%.
If you're out there with a friend and you're like filming a dinner together, it's fun.
That is good fun.
As long as you're not doing one of those like camera is always on dinners, just get the shots, laugh, and then put the camera away. And that's how you really have fun doing YouTube. That's how YouTube becomes sustainable. You can't change your life.
Sure.
Where you're just kind of like, okay, camera's always on. Hey.
You've got to kind of compartmentalize.
Turn it on, get the shots, turn it off, talk with your friends like you're normal.
Is that the way to do it? Because I've been confused. You know, I'm still a YouTube newbie. I'm like, just turn it on for ages. And then just it keeps going on, and I keep feeling a little bit burdened to keep being entertaining.
The good news is, for anyone out there trying to do content media, video content media, if you do it enough and you edit by yourself, you start to learn what shots you need and what shots you don't need. Okay. And eventually to the point where, one of the videos we have, we're going to be doing billiards later on. I knew exactly what I needed. And I probably had a 4 minutes of video, cut it down to a minute 30 because I knew exactly what shots to take. Wow. I didn't turn on the camera for the entire time we played the game.
Yeah. That's what takes up so much time as well, is like getting rid of the stuff that's superfluous.
And the only reason I cut out 2 minutes of that video is because I missed so many shots that I thought would be the game winner.
So you had to keep recording them just in case you were going to win. Oh, goodness gracious. Well, a happy National Liberation Day of Korea to you.
Absolutely.
And to everyone else who is celebrating it. And today's show, we're going to get into things now. It's a kind of continuation from last week because you could do it in the summertime, but I guess these things we could do any season of the year.
Yeah, but I think a lot of people take advantage of it because of the air conditioning in a lot of these places.
Okay.
And the first two, places that we're going to go to anyway. But this is chilling culture.
Just
hanging
out, relaxing.
I feel like you and me, this is chilling. This is hanging out.
Chilling. There's air conditioning here. I feel comfortable.
I mean, they've got podcast studios you can rent out. You can literally chill at a podcast studio if you want.
And then just make a little podcast for yourselves.
Super easy.
Can you just upload a podcast as anyone? Anyone can just do that?
Yeah. I mean, a couple steps you have to take to put them in the right platforms.
Do you have to pay to put them up there?
Usually not.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So we could just... I know we put this up as our Naver V Live and YouTube feed. We should just put all these conversations
you could put it
as a
up
podcast.
Around the world. Like, and any platform, really.
I'm guessing the hard part is to get people to notice them and then listen.
That's a thing.
Yeah.
So generally, though, you have the platform here to be, hey, we're going to do Arirang Daily K After Hours podcast. Ooh. And that's what brings people in. And then people start talking about the show. Yeah. People see the show. They start talking about the podcast.
Oh,
so that's kind of how it really works. It used to be a little more difficult, but now if you're in a position like you're in or I'm in, where we are on multiple platforms, that's how you build.
That's how you start, at least, right?
You're in different platforms, different people, and so you can chill with a podcast.
Okay,
that's our suggestion.
That's not in today's videos, is it? The podcast, but you can do that as well in Korea. Like Alex said, there's places. I realise, at my youth centre that my kids go to for some after-school classes. They've just recently made both a little TV studio or filming studio and a podcast recording studio. Yeah. I might just have to sneak in there when I take my kids.
Absolutely.
Are you a fan of air conditioning, Alex? As in some people, there's that nengbangbyung, or I think that's what it's called.
They get sick.
Yeah, where it's like air conditionitis or something.
I think my roommate used to have it because he couldn't turn it on.
Oh, wow.
And I was dying. Like, I was sweating in bed.
That's
with
the
fans,
worst combination then, for you to need it and him to not be able to use it.
We had different internal temperatures. Great human being, great person.
Same sex.
Yep.
Because they do say men and women have different optimum temperatures. A lot of girls.
We were two dudes.
Okay.
Two dudes.
I've heard a lot of girls like it a bit warmer than guys like it. Guys like it a bit cooler.
That makes sense.
I like the air conditioning as well. I don't get air conditionitis. I get the opposite. What is that?
Yeah.
Heat stroke? Just that's extreme. But just like heat illness if I get too hot for too long. But here in Korea, it is a thing for some people if they're in those cold rooms for too long. And if you're unlucky enough to sit right under the air conditioner and the wind is blowing on you, you do feel a bit stiff, I think, afterwards, right? But these places, hopefully that won't happen. They're for customers, consumers, people, and you pay money to go into them as well.
Absolutely.
Right? So chilling culture in Korea, we're going to start off with your first video.
With literally the first time I've ever been to a comic book cafe.
Ooh, wow.
Because I've never... I don't really read comic books. I love the movies.
Yeah, me too.
I don't know why comic books... Like, I take that back. I love comedy comic books.
Oh.
Like, you ever like Calvin and Hobbes or Garfield?
Okay, like the comic strips
I would
and
read all of those.
Oh, wow.
And those were amazing. But, in Korea, it's often action heroes or like there's stories even that are like, they're almost like a novel.
Yeah, they are like little books, a lot of these. You go into the comic book rooms and you won't see many like flimsy, just these magazines that you throw away after a day or two.
No.
They're in like proper books with animated drawings and stuff like that, right? So we're going to take a look at your first visit to a comic book cafe.
Yeah.
All right, let's play Alex's first video.
I've never actually been to a manhwa cafe, so we're going to check it out right now and see what it's all about. Looks like you put your shoes in
you take off your shoes to go in?
Absolutely, because this is really chilling culture. You have no idea.
Basically,
I like that Spider-Man there, too.
And
What? There's little cubby holes.
Right?
That's amazing.
A whole bunch of rooms.
Looks like those capsule hotels.
Exactly.
Plug in.
And that's your
computer,
space.
do some work. Charge your
Amazing.
phones. You can talk to people.
These are the books.
Oh, they do have like the traditional like Spider-Man, Superman, and all that.
For an hour or 2 hours or 3 hours.
You pay by the hour.
For a small extra fee, you also get the set, which includes the coffee cup, or the coffee and the tea.
They had beer there too,
and food as well.
And food, snacks. Like it's really for young people. It's cool. You just chill, you eat snacks.
You got shelves and shelves of books, but also the character like figurines and stuff.
And so this is my area.
Get to work, sleep, rest, do whatever you want.
It was funny.
They play music quite loud.
Yeah, the
in the
music
background.
was a little loud, like I said, for young people.
Okay.
I thought it was really funny though, because like you saw me open up my computer. You know what I did when I opened up my computer?
What did you do?
I edited that video.
Really?
Yeah.
You filmed it and then you edited it then and then.
I was like, why not? Yeah.
That's a good idea. Wait, but you then don't really have to read comics. You could just go there as a workspace.
No,
right?
I saw like these two friends. They might have been, I don't know, teenagers. They went in there and they just sat down and they were just reading next to each other in one of the cubbies.
Oh, really?
And another two were just talking, hanging out.
Yeah, it seems like a really reasonably priced place as well. What, 4,500 won, 5,000 won, so maybe $4 or $5
for an hour. Yeah.
That's super cheap.
Right?
And the cubby hole's included in that price?
Yeah.
You just go and walk in? You don't need to reserve that separately or anything?
I gotta look at the video again. I think it was even cheaper if you don't get a drink. Technically, you don't need a drink.
That's
you just
crazy.
hang out there.
What else could you do for an hour that cost you that much money? Not too many things, right?
Besides actually sit down at a real cafe and not have more than one drink.
I suppose, yeah.
Maybe
if you want to sit down in a cafe, but that seemed much more cozy, like that little box that you get, and they were like stacked on top of each other for anyone who couldn't see that video. Yeah. And you feel like you're kind of you couldn't stand in there, right?
Yeah, the theme of that one was like a honeycomb because it was like a bunch of different kind of little cubbies that look like a honeycomb.
Oh, that's perfect. I want to go to a comic book cafe now.
Right?
Absolutely. And with the kids, even if they're not into the comics there, we'd just like sit in there, have some snacks and stuff.
I'll just put them in the next room.
In the next little honeycomb thing. That's your own room. Okie dokie. We've got some stuff from our listeners as well.
Fantastic.
Carl from the US has sent in a few photos saying, "This is my entry for the 15th. This is a place that me and my band friends like to go where we talk about about band gossip, other things. This place makes rolled ice cream.
I've
Have you
seen
tried
this.
it?
I haven't.
They've got it on some touristy places in Korea. Jeonju was where I had it.
I also saw it when I was in Cambodia. I think it's a touristy thing, but
Yeah.
that's the funny thing is when you live there, you don't try it.
Yeah.
When you're touring around, you do. So
Like,
that's pretty
wow.
cool. That looks really good.
Yeah, so the way they make it, if you haven't seen the rolled ice cream before, they spread it really thinly on this like frozen surface and then they roll it.
Yeah.
And then they stack it into a cup and it looks cool. It still tastes the same.
Yeah.
It's just ice cream after all.
And then go there. You always have to find a nice place to go and talk about gossip.
Yes.
It's nice.
Yeah, they've also got boba apparently here, the tea, other domestic drinks with lots of crazy flavors. It's very small and cozy. It's a perfect hangout place in my opinion. Oh, it does look like this tiny little cafe.
Oh, it's like in a strip mall, like one of those the malls or that's facing the parking lot basically.
Why do we not have strip malls in Korea?
Not enough space. They
Oh,
got to
that's
build
true.
straight up.
You can't have the parking on like ground level.
Yeah.
That's a real waste of that, like you said, a space that isn't available here in Korea. Because we do have them even in the UK. The UK is not that big, but yeah, we love those out of town. And then you're right. That's such an interesting concept, isn't it? They are all facing the car park. That's not a lovely view, is it?
Huh.
But if it's not a cafe, if it's like a superstore or something, you don't need a good view.
Yeah, true.
Carl, thank you for that. Are you into bubble tea? Because I had one recently after maybe a year. I thought it was delicious.
I honestly don't know because to me, I don't think I love the taste. I don't hate it. It's
You
just
don't
I
like
like
the little pearl things
no,
in the bottom, the tapioca.
That's what I like.
Okay.
The tea is like
Nah.
it's in the way. Just give me a whole bunch of the bubbles.
You just want to eat it with
and
a
I'm
spoon.
fine. Yeah.
Just pour it into your mouth.
You kind of just use the tea to kind of juice it a little bit, and then you use a spoon. That was how I viewed it. It's like it's really delicious bubbles. I don't know what the tea's doing there.
Why is it there? Sell me a cup of bubbles, please. But the big brands here is great because you tailor how much sugar you put in. Like you can have 50%, 70%, 100%. You tailor how much ice you want in there as opposed to liquid as well. And I've fallen back in love with this. And I'm sure those bubbles must fill you up a little bit.
Yeah, probably.
Because they're kind of stodgy like that. Carl, thank you very much for sending that in. We'll get to some more listener stuff and some more of Alex's videos. We're going to other destinations, not just going to stay at the comic book cafe.
Gotta move on.
Let's play some Fromis 9 first. This one's fun. We're back for part 2 here on K-Patch on #DailyK. Alex is in the studio and today's theme?
We're chilling.
We are chilling?
We're chilling in the studio.
What were you gonna say?
Can we just talk
chill?
about this studio that we're chilling in right now?
Yeah, I'm sure some of you acoustically, if you're not watching the video, you can tell we're somewhere different because it's not as small as the usual studio.
I feel like I'm in a K-pop studio.
Yeah,
I think this is where
for the K-pop
right?
stars.
They come
it's not
in here.
for us.
There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cameras right now set up, and it looks like there's place for more too.
They're all staring at us, but I don't think they're recording. We've only got one camera on us.
This
We're
is
not stars.
So this is what it's like. This is where you come to when you made it. We made it, Peter.
Yeah.
We made it.
We're sitting at the table.
We're sitting at the table.
And the studio, if you can't see the video, it is bright white with orange like kind of I don't know, borders. And it looks really funky. It looks like we're living in the future in a giant mixing table or something.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
I'm totally cool with that.
And we're chilling here. We could do this as a video, I guess. Chill
Yeah,
at
just
the Arirang
take a video of ourselves.
Yeah, I mean, we love it, listeners. If you seriously want to come and visit, please do. I don't think, Alex, you've been lucky enough this time around to have a visitor come on your day. But that would be fun, wouldn't it?
No, but you know what? If that's the case... Remember that one time I was in America and we sent a picture of beards, like the beards that my cousins had?
Yes.
That cousin's coming to Korea in like a week.
Oh, wow, to see you.
For a year to do MBA program out here.
Amazing.
And so
at one of the universities.
If I can invite him out here, that'd be great.
Yeah, of course he can come.
He'll be
on
in
the
Seoul.
show.
I'm excited.
Oh, wow. Are you close together?
Yeah. He's really cool, really smart guy.
Oh, that's lovely. I'd love one of my cousins to come out and follow me here, but no one ever does. We're going to get to your second video before we get to some more listener stuff.
A place that I'd probably take him out to chill and just,
Okay.
shoot some, what do you call it? Shoot some Pocket ball. I don't know how to sound cool.
Pocket ball in Korea is what they call it.
They call it pocket ball. It's billiards. It's pool in America.
Do you call it pool as well?
Pool. Okay.
Yeah, we call it pool too. And we've got different versions in the UK. The British version is actually played on a much smaller table. Like it's probably only about 1 meter wide and the balls are tiny.
Oh, yeah.
And that's also called pool. But in Korea, they call that pocket ball because the other alternative doesn't have pockets, right?
Right, true. So the pocket ball in America, though, it's huge. Everything's bigger in America, right?
Yeah.
And like it's to the point where you're like trying to reach across the table just to you're like laying on it to play.
You need a rest.
You need 1 foot on the
stuff.
ground. So yeah, I got some video of me and Mark. Some of you may remember him from the video of having Popping Sue.
I do remember him. Okay, let's get started with video number 2.
The sign. We're here to do some billiards. Look for the stoplight kind of thing.
Gotta find the stoplight.
It's like yellow, red, and blue balls.
Nice.
Yep.
I don't know why they got a blue ball. Is there a blue ball?
They don't
In
do
regular.
Chelsea like they do at some places, but we get free tea. So that's
Free tea?
Free tea, coffee.
Free tea.
I don't drink coffee, but
Here's some tea.
you can get coffee as well.
Okay.
You got
Oh, a free flask of it.
Yeah.
You even get the pocket ball gloves
Yeah, I didn't know that.
to
I've never
reduce
used
the
it.
friction when you're queuing.
Uh-huh.
It's real billiards.
So that's the one, the Korean,
some tea?
the way they play like regular billiards.
Without
the
any
duck button
pockets,
here?
right?
Yeah.
That's much more popular, especially amongst
Yeah.
men here.
So you hit the button, it starts
think that
counting your
counts our
time.
time.
Okay.
It's going for
And
break.
that's how they charge you.
Facilities are great, I've got to say. Because we have snooker halls in the UK. They've got a reputation for
See if
being dark
Mark
and
has the magic
dingy.
touch.
No,
But
no.
these are brightly lit.
And muscles.
And they're
And then
open
muscles
late as
control
well, I
it.
think, right?
Yes.
They can.
Oh.
They can. He's stripes.
He's down the ball.
Money shot.
This is the near the
Double tap.
end. Oh, this is, finally got one good shot off.
Okay,
I
on the
think-
camera. Oh, nice. Oh,
I
nearly
didn't get
got
the
2.
second one though.
Thank you. That was close.
Alex for game.
Did you play a lot in the States?
No, that was not very good. I see. I missed that shot for the game.
Okay. Does this mean Mark is going to win?
Yeah, we'll have to see.
It looks like a fairly...
I win.
Oh, no!
Yes! I win.
You
Scratch,
won by
scratch,
default.
scratch. I won.
The best
Gentlemen,
way to
I go
win.
back to the studio with champion. Thank you, Mark, for being here. My
Get
man.
away from me.
My man.
He put on too
Back
much
in the studio.
topspin in that last shot. Pool is quite popular in the UK. In many pubs, they'll
Yeah.
have a pool table. So guys, if they spend a lot of time at the pubs, they get really good at pool as well.
Yeah.
I've seen here in Korea, guys are really good at that billiards without pockets because you have to measure the angles and stuff
Oh,
like that.
yeah.
But pocket ball, they're not so good at because they haven't played it as much. And it's a different game because you've got to line up your next shot with a different ball. That billiards, have you ever played it, the one without pockets?
Not well knowing the rule. I know someone taught me when I've played it, so I have played it.
Yeah.
I've forgotten how to play. I think it was like 6 or 7 years ago.
It's really complicated. I feel like Koreans are good at it because they're good at maths and like measuring up
Yeah.
angles and stuff like that as a stereotypical thing to say. But they seem to know which spin to put on, and then it has to hit off a certain number of cushions before it hits another ball.
Right,
it's
right.
so difficult. So
Yeah.
difficult. Like, you give me a pocket and just 2 balls, I know what I'm doing. You just
Yeah.
get it in the pocket. But with the other billiards, a bit difficult. Did you not order food there? Because that's quite a common thing there.
You can order food. This one didn't make food. Sometimes you can get a little jjajangmyeon or something.
Yeah.
But this particular one though, they did not make it for you. You can often order food, but I think this was just a chill hangout one.
Yeah,
So there are
they're
other
quite
options
big as
available.
well.
Yeah, there's some huge ones. There are some that don't have any pocket ball. We actually went to another place first,
Yeah.
and it was full. First of all, and they didn't have actual pool, where I guess
None.
whole pocket ball.
Yes.
I don't know what you call it.
Yeah, we're confusing our listeners, I'm sure. Pocket ball is pool in Korea, basically.
Right.
So we just call it pocket ball because we're here in Korea.
We're in
yeah?
Korea. Get used to it, everybody.
And the other thing is billiards. And yeah, I don't know anywhere that plays billiards in the UK. Like, we got
Right.
snooker, which is the massive table, but we don't have billiards. I think it's a traditional thing to play from maybe 100 years ago or so. We got some more stuff from our listeners now. Let me bring up a few photos photos. I think Raul sent some in from Argentina here, saying, we don't have the places that you were mentioning in your preview, like comic book cafes or billiard rooms. Here in my hometown, it's arcades or just the houses. And I think by arcades, you mean just like walkways with shops on either side and stuff. But you've sent in some beautiful pictures of nature where you can chill. If you've got a waterfall, why go in anywhere? Just stay outside, Raul.
Or just go in that water.
Yeah, just slide down. It might be a little dangerous.
Slightly.
You got a beautiful lake as well there.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure we might have seen this for one of the water editions that we did when we did the Han River, right? And then a fountain as well in your town. Nothing wrong with a fountain. Have you been in any of those water fountains yet, Alex? Like properly wet?
Yeah. Went and, checked out the one at City Hall, right?
Ah, yeah, for the video.
Yeah.
I want you to get really wet, though.
You know what? When I arrived there, I was almost disappointed that I didn't bring sandals.
Exactly.
Like I was gonna go in, and it's just like,
it's too hot. And you've got this kind of cobbled street in your town as well, Raul, where I guess it's built for pedestrians. I'd love more streets like this in Korea, kind of like Myeongdong, but more these cobbled streets. I think that'd bring a bit of character.
Yeah, you gotta like go to certain villages, or the old German town, like way in the south.
Oh, in Jeonju, don't they have a little bit where it's kind of cobbled, or where people just walk on the road as well when it gets crowded?
So that's nice.
That is lovely, isn't it? We've also got one from Zana in Malaysia.
What do we got here?
You said, almost every week I hang out and make new friends at the coffee shop for cup sleeve events. What's a cup sleeve event? What does that mean? It says here, cup sleeve event is basically a fans project where a group of fans organise an event, usually for an idol's birthday or anniversary. They give you a cup sleeve with photos of your idols and some other freebies like photo cards, hand fans, and it's also kind of a small fan gathering. Oh, I know what you mean by a cup sleeve. The things that stop you burning yourself holding the paper cup.
We call it a koozie for cold drinks.
Ah, a koozie.
In America, I think, if that's what we're talking about. And it's nice, yeah.
So this is what you're talking about. Zana sent in a photo here. I hope you guys can see it. It's got the idols on there, and you get given those, to take home and then use. They're not temporary.
Yeah.
That's cool. I did see it at a coffee shop recently. I think fans paid to put their favourite pop star on a cup sleeve.
Wow.
And everyone got given it. So it was kind of like marketing for that fan as well.
I think K-pop is one of the most amazing things because it is dependent on fans.
Yeah.
It is
how passionate they are.
It is. They are symbiotic almost. Like you have to have both. You cannot have K-pop without the fans, and of course the fans need K-pop to have it. And so amazing how much work the fans actually do for their groups.
Yeah, seriously. Like BTS's success is down to all their ARMY fans promoting them
100%,
so much on the internet, right? You say that almost all coffee shops in Kuala Lumpur allow us to organise these events. Yeah. Surely, because you're buying their coffee, I assume.
If you come to Korea, you can do the same. Not necessarily the brand name coffee shops, but a lot of the local coffee shops, you go there and you can organize your own events, and as long as everyone buys one drink when they're there, that's it. That's all they ask for.
Yeah, that seems like a fair deal, doesn't it? You've sent in pictures of these products that you get, all these cup sleeves. They're so cool. Yeah. So you just use them on your coffee as you walk around.
Oh, it's the coffee sleeves. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Those are neat.
That's amazing. I wonder who manufactures these then. It must be one of the fans, or maybe you get them from the official fan club. But you're representing K-pop over in Malaysia. Yeah. Good stuff. We got some more from listeners and one more video from Alex. Can we get a sneak peek, a preview of what it's going to be about?
If you watch the movie Toy Story and you remember the aliens from them, where do they come from?
Okie dokie.
There we go.
All right, we'll get to that after some Oneness, Zigzag, or Bitter Better. We're back for part 3. K-Patch. Alex is in the studio. We're doing Chilling Out in the Summertime, right?
Chilling out in the studio.
Yeah, we are chilling in this lovely main studio where the idols get to come pretty much every week.
And now we get to come.
We're lucky. We found a gap in the schedule and
we made it
jumped on
work.
You can't kick us out of the studio until this segment's over, guys. I'm sure people are beating down the door. And we're looking at places you can go when you were young and you were on summer holidays.
Yes.
What did you do, like, to chill out and hang out with friends?
On holidays, but back at home?
Yeah.
Oh, man. So there's some really... This is before really internet took off.
Okay.
And I'm still talking about 2009 because I made a video of this and posted it before I came to Korea.
Oh, wow.
One of the things that we did was cliff jumping.
Cliff jumping as in real cliffs?
Find a cliff. You jump into water at the bottom.
Okay, there's water.
No, not just jumping cliffs, no.
Wait, but that's still insane. I remember that was a bit of a craze, wasn't it?
It was insane because I had no health insurance because it was there was a gap between university and going to Korea.
Okay.
So I had no health insurance. You couldn't see the bottom. You couldn't see the landing.
What?
So you had to just run and jump.
How high are we talking as well?
Oh, we were at least good 12 meters, 15 meters.
And like,
at least, more than that.
The cliff was so that you couldn't peer over it.
No, like at that point, you're already kind of like...
How do you know it's okay?
I don't know who did it first. I have no idea. But my cousins and my friends and I, we are just stupid. So we would try to be cool, which is stupid when you're in high school.
Of course.
And I guess this was college maybe, but you would all four run and jump at the same time. So you had to have two people in the front jump a shorter distance.
Okay.
People in the back had to jump a further distance, but you can jump too far because it wasn't like a lake.
Oh my goodness.
So we were, again, stupid.
But it was okay?
There is a video of my cousin landing... Oh no, my friend landing right where my cousin landed.
Oh no.
Like, but my cousin went in first or whichever way it was.
Yeah.
And he didn't come up for a few seconds. I'm like, oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no. And it was fine. He missed him somehow.
That's insane. Wow.
We went back and watched the video because it's like that the splash area is the exact same and everything.
That must be awesome to have on film, though.
I think you chill, you swim, you do crazy things.
Just in like what, creeks and like streams?
Yeah, you
and
can,
stuff
or
like
go
that?
to the swimming pool. Public pools or something, or your friend has a pool and you go hang out there.
Did you have cliffs nearby your house then?
We had to drive a good hour. Out of town.
Jump off a cliff that you can't see the bottom of. Wow,
yeah, that sounds intelligent. That sounds, and that's why I'm crazy Alex.
I don't know. Here in Korea, we've talked about, I think, the Kegoks before. If not me and you, me and Martin have the mountain streams.
Yeah.
And there are certain areas on those mountain streams where they have a little plunge pool where it's a bit deeper.
Yeah.
And you can jump down, but it's not such a craze here, and I think they're a bit wary of the safety aspect.
Oh yeah, don't do it. Anyone listening, don't do this at home.
There's not many places to actually dive in Korea, like a diving pool. If you want to dive, like,
you have to be
legitimately, you think you have to be a professional down in Gwangju or something.
I was thinking that, yeah. So chilling would be outside, but getting cool. As a young kid, jumping through sprinklers, water gun fights.
Water gun fights are the best.
Water's the thing.
Yeah, lots of people do lots of water fights here. They've got that festival all the time at Shincheon.
Yeah.
Did you go this year?
I've never been.
Oh, really?
I went to a different party this year. I went to a different water gun party.
Was that fun?
That was cool. That was at the Bampo Floating Islands.
Oh, wow. And just everyone gets involved. You bring your own gun?
Yep.
And then they give you water? Do they
had
provide
pools,
buckets
and then
or
you
something?
just fill it up?
Oh, wow. That sounds awesome. Yeah. We're going to get to your third video. Not water related. No. What is this going to show us?
Good segue. Nailed it. This is a place where the particular one I went to was actually super hot.
Okay.
But there's a lot of temperature-wise. Yeah, unfortunately. But a lot of these places started popping up about 4 to 5 years ago, and this is the Inhyang Bopki.
Inhyang Bopki. So pulling out the cuddly toys, like Alex said before, the aliens from Toy Story. Think of that.
The claw.
But there aren't those little tiny machines that you see. Although there are smaller cuddly toys you can pick out, I've seen.
They're massive prizes you can win. Sometimes you see them in arcades, like arcades have them, but they started having these just rooms pop up everywhere,
just full of these machines and nothing else. Yeah, it's a bit random, but let's take a look.
All right. Oh yeah, let me get this set up for us. Ready?
This is the Inhyang Bopki room.
So these places used to be super popular. People would always be in here, but now
they're open till pretty late as well, right?
Do they even close? They might.
They might not. You're right.
Near Hongdae.
Near Hongdae.
Inhyang Bopki, or claw machine games, when puppies.
And usually there's no staff,
I don't even know what some of these characters. I see some Piglet from Winnie the Pooh.
Big old prizes.
Oh,
And
characters
you can-
from popular messaging apps.
That's a big thing.
Yeah.
You can win the messaging app characters.
They're so
Alright,
popular.
I'm just gonna try and win one. Why not? We're here.
Do it.
Do it. One play is Chun
Let's see how lucky you can be.
Alright. Here we
My
go.
kids, if
Watch
they
me
see
lose.
this machine, they'll make me spend so much
Oh
money
yeah,
here.
they're not cheap.
No, it's like usually
There you go, 23
500 or
seconds.
1,000 want to go.
Yeah.
I don't know which one to get. Probably laying down, maybe?
Oh, they're the characters from the
Should go
chatting
standing
app
up.
dressed up as pigs.
Yeah.
Laying
I always
down.
love how they're animals dressed up in other animals.
Oh, that looks like a good one.
Ah, that was
Come
bad.
on.
That's cheating. That claw
Right?
wasn't
Cool. We're gonna try one more.
trying.
Not
Different
even.
game. I want the calculator. Alright, here we go again.
You want a calculator?
I think it's actually like a
Give me the
game
calculator.
system.
Oh, like a cuddly Game Boy, it looks like,
Yeah.
doesn't it?
Close. Get
Oh,
it?
yeah,
Get it?
that looks like a good grab. Yeah.
Ah.
No wonder no one comes here
I'm getting
anymore. I
annoyed
quit.
just
I'm out.
watching this.
Stupid games.
There is no one else in there, is there?
No. It was huge years ago. People still go in there,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of people still play at the arcades.
Yeah.
But just a place to go, chill out, take 5-10 minutes out of your day.
Don't get like hooked up on one toy though, because you can down like I've put more than man on, and that's less than it costs you to buy the
Yeah,
dolls.
if you
know?
play a game a minute, that's going to cost you 60,000 won.
Yeah, if you
60
keep
US
going.
dollars.
But there is apparently a trick to it. Like one of our mutual friends who used to be on Arirang Radio as well, SJ,
Mm-hmm.
he found out a way to do it, and I remember him posting up on social media. He won like 12 toys in one go.
There's a couple of ways, actually.
Oh, do you know them?
I know a few of them. One of
Okay.
them is to watch other people do it, because there are some claw machines that will every 6 or every 7 times give a hard grab.
Okay, yeah.
So if you follow people and they don't win,
You take that machine as soon as they leave,
that's
right?
what people do at casinos, right?
Yeah, I've
The
seen that.
other way is if you can find like the tag or like a little ring on the top, and you try and hook it there,
Then that will lift up on the hook.
potentially, right?
That's a good idea,
So
yeah.
that does not guarantee a victory,
No.
but those are just ways to improve your odds.
So
just like at casinos, in the end, the house wins.
Yes, this is true. You're never going to win. You just, if you really want the doll, go and buy it. It's not that expensive, right, at some of the places.
I don't know. Some of the ones that
Oh,
are for
the character-
characters,
you're
those are a
right.
little expensive. You probably if you put down 25 for the game, it might still be cheaper.
Oh, wow. You're right, because they've got their own dedicated stores now,
Yeah.
the big chatting app characters. Goodness. All right.
You can
maybe
chill
I'll-
there, too. They have
maybe I'll go
cafes.
there, work it out, and then sell it on the street for
Right?
in between the price.
Your side hustle, man.
Brilliant
I
business idea.
represent. You're good.
We got a few more things to show from our listeners as
Fantastic.
well. Let me check this out. I think we've got a video from Amy J. We're going to play for you now. This is you in the
This is
States.
Hopeland Gardens.
Hopeland
This is
Gardens.
a horse. We have many around.
It's not a real horse,
Aiken.
though.
You have to find them.
Uh-huh.
15, I think. Just a nice
15.
place to walk around. Then we have a museum. We have several.
I like
Got
museums.
old-timey
Yeah.
You
stuff
feel
to look at.
cultural.
Hmm.
We got this park that Amy's walking
Planetarium's
around.
really nice. You see a lot of star shows.
The
I love
Quantron
those.
Science
We do them
Museum,
once
we've
a
got
month.
one.
They're really nice.
I love star shows.
We have bowling.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Oh, we got
have
bowling
midnight
in Korea
bowling.
as well. It's getting
Everything
bigger.
it
Midnight
goes dark
bowling.
And it's
Oh,
really
where they
white.
use the
It lights
neon,
Laser
up.
stuff,
right?
yeah.
Have arcade. There's skating. We have one left.
Roller skating,
That's for the
not
kids.
too bad here. And ice skating.
I got to do that
We
once.
have two
Oh, in Korea.
cafes.
I think I have
kinda.
video of that somewhere.
Not really our thing. This is the
I'd be able to
alley.
do that one time.
We have festivals, carnivals, food places, movie.
If you want to see these
There's
videos,
arcades
hopefully we
and the
can post them
movies,
up
and
onto
that's
our
it.
social media account as well. Thank you so much for that, Amy J, for sending that in. We do also have one from Siska as well. They're just really short videos showing us different things you can do in Indonesia.
Yeah.
And this first one is something that definitely used to be in Korea, but I'm not sure if it still is.
Mm-hmm.
It's a shooting club
Yeah.
/ shooting cafe. Have
Uh-huh.
you tried that in Korea or back in the States? Because in the States, it's quite
Yeah.
normal-ish.
I went to a range once.
Mm-hmm.
Just one time, though. Recently, though, I did go to an archery range. That's kind
Oh.
of close, right?
That's original shooting,
That's
isn't
an
it?
archery cafe, actually, in Korea.
Old school. They've sometimes got the real bow and arrows I've seen, but also the VR version now as
Yeah.
well, where you just shoot it into a screen. That's pretty fun, isn't it? The next video that Siska sent in is a book cafe, which is just basically a giant cafe where you can read books as well.
Yeah.
In Korea, there's lots of books just lying around many cafes and places that you can pick up and read. Right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Have you seen the ones that are outside? It's like a box and it's got books in it. And
Yeah.
you're allowed to like take a book, and I think they use the honor system that you'll
Right.
return it or put in another one.
Yeah. I don't understand the cafe one, though, because I would read a little bit and be like, I'm not done. What do I do?
I want to take the
Yeah,
book.
right? I that's why I really don't understand it. I can see it as like a way to like you read the first chapter to see if you like it and then go buy the book.
Yeah, that's an idea, I suppose. And the last one is a cupcake cafe as well.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
My heart.
cupcakes with lots of frosting on
My
them.
heart.
Those really unhealthy ones from the States. I miss those.
So good.
I think they do have them sometimes in the basements of department stores. They have a lot of good desserts down there. I'm super hungry, Alex. So can you get out so I can finish the show and go and eat a cupcake?
I'm going to get out so I can go get myself a cupcake.
You're going to get it first.
Yeah,
No!
yes.
Next week's theme, if anyone wants to take part,
Right.
is on...
Next week, we are going to be doing street food.
Making me more hungry. So what's street food like in your country? Is
Yeah.
it like hot dogs and burgers like in the UK? Anything interesting, or even like the Pojangmacha style tent kind of eateries?
Yeah.
I'd love to see that. Alex, thanks so much for coming in today.
Thank you very much.
We're going to finish off with some Icon now. I'm okay.